Hey guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this Booktube-A-Thon challenge day 2, which is to recreate a fictional setting. Now, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you know that I like to be kind of creative, but at the same time, I'm a little bit of a weirdo. So I really had this great idea for recreating a setting, but it was almost kind of like recreating a scene. And what I wanted to do was, I wanted to get 4 sleep hats. Do you know what I'm talking about? Nightcaps that you wear. You know, like in the old times, like in the 30s and the 40s or 1800s or whatever, those white things. And then I wanted to put my dogs, 2 on one end, 1 on the other with me, like we were the grandparents in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then I was gonna take a videotape of all 4 of us in bed at opposite ends, like in nightcaps. So anyway, that did not work because there's nowhere in Indianapolis to find those nightcaps. Those are called something else, and I can't remember what they're called right now. But anyway, so yesterday, if you followed my Instagram, I did the Instagram challenge. Boom, boom, boom. And I did not win. But anyway, I did, the one that won was really cool. It was like this Heidi, and then it had 2 mountains, and then anyway, it was really cool. But anyway, so yesterday I did it, and I took a picture because I live in Indianapolis, which is where the Fault in Our Stars takes place, and I did the high school that Augustus Waters goes to in Indianapolis, which is North Central High School. So anyway, I got online yesterday and I was like looking at all of these places that inspired John Green's The Fault in Our Stars because he lives in Indianapolis. And he talked about the Farmer's Market in Broad Ripple, which is a scene where Hazel Grace goes with her mom. He talked about Castleton Mall, which is the biggest mall in Indianapolis, which is where Hazel and her mom go to see a movie about gerbils, as well as where she meets a friend to go to the food court and to buy a book at a bookstore. And then he talks about the Indianapolis Museum of Art and these bones that are there that aren't there anymore. And then Holiday Park he talks about, which is not my favorite park in Indianapolis. It's just not that pretty. And then he talks about a gas station at 86th Street and Ditch Road, which is apparently where he was so inspired because he thought it was such a sad place to have a sad scene that Hazel Grace in the book has her medical emergency. And if you guys remember that scene in the book and in the movie. So anyway, the Speedway gas station. So I thought, oh my God, what better way, since I live in Indianapolis. I mean, it's basically like living on Universal Studios grounds. I mean, how awesome is that? Or like an author's mind, because he says in this article that I read in Indianapolis Star that he feels grounded or something like that by having realistic places to kind of chart out his writing as he goes. So I wanted to go to these places and see what really inspired these scenes in the book and what really inspired him, because, you know, I love documentaries, and so I'm a documentarian, so to speak, of The Fault in Our Stars. And I wanted to find out what places really inspired John Green to tell this incredible story that so many people have fallen in love with, and to see the places that inspired the story that so many people fell in love with. So follow along with me and we'll see what we find. Okay, so I Google mapped the Broad Ripple Farmers Market, and it said it was right behind Broad Ripple High School, which this is Broad Ripple High School, and there's my cord. And I don't see a farmer's market, but I'm going to show you exactly where the GPS took me to where John Green was so totally motivated to write this scene about the Broad Ripple Farmers Market. Now, I do know that there's a Broad Ripple Farmers Market. I'm not really sure where it is. There's Broad Ripple High School coming up, and right here is the Flanner Buchanan Funeral Home, and right here is where they told me the farmer's market was, and that is in the middle of a street. I have a hard time kind of believing that a farmer's market is in the middle of the street. So as you can see, I'm driving through the neighborhoods that inspired John Green so much about this farmer's market that he had to write an entire scene about it. I'm not sure where the Broad Ripple farmer's market is. Years and years of people have told me that they love going to it on Sundays because there's flowers and all kinds of really cool shit. The Indianapolis Star said that it was behind Broad Ripple High School. So here I am, as you can see, weaving my way. Oh, hey, how are you? Do you guys know Hazel Grace? So anyway, I don't know if they know Hazel Grace, but here's Broad Ripple High School, the football fields, all that. And I don't see yeah, I don't see the farmer's market. So I guess we're gonna have to go to the next place, which is the, let's see, what should we go to next? Let's go to, yeah, the scene that was the emergency medical scene with Hazel Grace at the Speedway gas station. I'm gonna ask these people up here if they know Hazel Grace. I don't think he probably knows Hazel Grace, but anyway, I don't think any of these people know Hazel Grace. We don't even know if she's still alive. Oh my God. Okay, on to the Speedway at 86th and Ditch. So as you can see, I'm in the parking lot of the Speedway at 86th and Ditch, where John Green is quoted as saying, I was in that parking lot once and I thought to myself, that would be a really sad place for that to happen regarding Hazel Grace's emergency. So, you know, I'm standing here in the parking lot of the exact gas station that inspired this. And I too am overwhelmed with that kind of sadness. And I too am crying on the inside. Okay, to the next place. So there was no way that I could do a location shot documentary of The Fault in Our Stars without cruising through Crown Hill Cemetery, which is the cemetery, if you have not read the book or seen the movie, and you're the one person in the world that hasn't, is where Augustus Waters is buried. Or where John Green got inspiration for the cemetery where Augustus Waters was buried. It's like, you guys, this is hands down one of the most beautiful cemeteries I have ever been to in the United States. And there's like a lot of famous people buried here. And so yeah, it's super, super cool. Did you guys see this? Look at this here. Look at this, these monuments. So, somewhere in here, Augustus Waters is buried. And it's also the scene at the end of the book where Hazel Grace meets a secret somebody she didn't expect to see. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. So here we are at North Central High School, which is where Augustus Waters was a sophomore before he left school. Do you see? Do you see? It's one of the biggest schools in Indianapolis, actually. I wanted to ask some people if they knew Augustus, but there's nobody here because it's summer. So I was gonna stop somebody and be like, did you know Augustus Waters? Was he a nice guy? Did he date anybody besides Hazel Grace? Did he ever smoke a cigarette, really? So anyway, but there's nobody here, so. Anyway, I was waiting for an administrator to come out and be like, you can't film on our campus. And I was gonna say, get over it. Bye. Hey, it's me again, and since, God, my hair looks trash, but anyway, since I am stuck in traffic in 94-degree heat, and I'm done with my tour of The Fault in Our Stars, la la la, location, documentary for Booktube-A-Thon, I thought I would just say sayonara, and I hope you enjoyed that. I truly can understand now why John Green was so inspired to write this book based on these amazing scenes in Indianapolis, which is hands down one of the most exciting cities in the world. And I too hope that I can be inspired to write such an incredible novel someday. And I was gonna go to Castleton Mall, which is where Hazel Grace went shopping, or to the food court with her friend and then saw a movie with her mom. But to be real honest with y'all, a mall is a mall is a mall is a mall. So yeah. And I was gonna go to Holiday Park, but it's closed today, and I'm not even really sure why. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with it, I guess, and enjoy the scenes that I saw. I got kind of melancholy going to Crown Hill Cemetery and seeing where Augustus Waters is supposedly buried. I don't know why that made me kind of sad. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that location of a fictional setting. I hope you're enjoying Booktube-A-Thon and you're getting all of your reading done. If you'd like to see more of my obsession of John Green, I did a video early on called You're Never Too Old to Fanboy with John Green. I'll put the link below, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!